Hey guys, and welcome back. Here it is, overnight stay vlog, but it's the Carabao Cup final. Oh my god, it's a first in a lifetime for me, Newcastle playing a cup final. Last time it happened it was 1999. This time it's 2023, and it's also a 40,000 subscriber special for me, so thank you so much guys, appreciate your support on the channel. This is actually the first hotel I'm staying at two different hotels during my week-long stay over here. Well, I say it in London, we're a bit out of London at the minute, but down south, my week-long stay. If you guys like what you're watching, make sure you get down there, smash the like button, let me know if you want to see part 2, and I'll upload a second overnight stay vlog. Secondly, speaking of the 40,000 subscribers, thank you so much. If you are new around here, make sure to join that list as we get further and further and further up the chart, I suppose. But as you can see behind me, there is the home of MK Dons. That's my hotel for the next couple of nights. I'm staying here in Milton Keynes. So first time I've ever stayed properly in a football stadium. We'll show you everything about it. But I've got to take you back first. I actually got on a train 20 minutes after full time at St James's Park. So let me take you back to just after the Liverpool match. So this here is my platform for the train down to Manchester, and as you can see, 20 minutes after full time it is rammed with Newcastle fans. As far as I'm aware, the full time score was 2-0. I can't get any data, so we shall find out shortly. But yeah, this is the platform one today. No, this is actually a joke, by the way. So pretty much there's just hundreds and hundreds of people on this train. I got a guy there mugging me off. So pretty much I'm actually supposed to be on this train to go to Manchester. I got to switch at York. It's impossible for me to get down any other way than to get this train. I've literally booked a seat on this train. I got them all there. But yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. There's loads of people who just got on the train for the sake of getting on. I've actually booked a seat on this exact train and I can't get on. So I've just been mugged off £40 from the train service. Yeah, what a pile of crap. This is a life lesson. Never ever get a train shortly after a game in Newcastle. It's been ridiculous tonight. So pretty much I was booked on a train to go down to Manchester. My train was so full, it was just hundreds upon hundreds of people either trying to nick a free ride, or of course we've got an all day return to go on a train to run. As a result, my train with an actual designated seat, I couldn't go on it. The police told me I couldn't go and get my own seat on the train, so I had to wait an extra hour. And because of that, I actually can't get into Manchester now. That was the final train going into Manchester, so I've got to go across to Leeds, and then from Leeds I've got to book an hour coach from there. So I ended up wasting about £10, which I don't mind. Thankfully, I was really worried at first. I thought I was actually going to end up having to buy a hotel room in Leeds, which would cost like £100. The reason being is I've got to get down to London for 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and because King's Cross is closed for the entire weekend in typical fashion for me, I can't get down for 11 in the morning, so it has to be tonight to Manchester, go to my mate's room, and then off to London in the morning. So the reason why I'm going to my mate's room obviously is to buy a hotel at night. It's just what a bollock this has been. I'm livid. I'm actually livid, to be honest. So I'm just currently on the midnight bus in Manchester. I can't believe this, guys. I've actually bumped into subscribers on the Manchester bus. What are the chances of that? Actually, I'm Mr. Worldwide. These both doing alright anyway?
Alright, how are you?
I'm not too bad. I know you've been gutted today, but listen, Wembley next week.
Just buzzing for the final, mate. Just buzzing for the final.
So happy for the final next week?
So happy, apart from Nick Pope.
Apart from Nick Pope, man. Nick Pope, he's stitched us
Still
up.
excited, we're going to win.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for recognising me for my part. Hello there. You right, pal? So the time is currently 1:30 in the morning. I've now finally arrived at my destination in Manchester. I've got to get on the bus actually to go back into Manchester at 7:20 in the morning. So I'm going to get probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours sleep. Hasn't went too well, but once we get over to London, it'll be a lot smoother from there. Honestly, that train has really triggered me. But good night, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Just arrived in London Euston now. I've slept for about 2 hours last night in my mate's uni accommodation over in Manchester. I'm still a bit rough, but I'm in a much better mood this morning, by the way, bro. I've seen a Facebook post and I just can't help but just laugh at it. I'm definitely going to go to hell for this, but I have to be honest, it's quite funny. So pretty much just a Newcastle fan He's got his Wembley tickets through the post, but these dogs ate the tickets, just all little pieces on the floor. I can't stop laughing. It's too funny. I just love it as well how in the bottom right there's actually a picture of the guy trying to put the pieces back together. I mean, I've got to be honest, mate, I think those tickets are knackers. But yeah, I mean, just imagine how your dogs ate your Wembley tickets. I just can't help but laugh at that. It's too funny. I'm an evil person, but I've got to admit that was hilarious. So yeah, fingers crossed for that guy. I mean, you can just go to the box office over Wembley and get an hour ticket anyway, but still though, that was going to be a bit of a nightmare for him. Before I check into the hotel, I'm actually going to meet up with the Newcastle London supporters group today. So there's a couple of things I'm doing with them actually. So I'm doing a video which should come out tomorrow, if not in 2 days time, about the plans for London. Now the reason why I'm kind of sitting them down and talking to them is because a lot of Newcastle fans are either going down without tickets or they're not too sure what's going on the weekend. There's quite a lot of events that they've either organised or just know a lot about. So it's a good opportunity to sit down with Newcastle fans that live in London and just know the area inside out. And secondly, it's also a good opportunity to actually promote these guys. So as I said before, these are our supporters group down in London. It's a really good opportunity for Newcastle fans that live down here to actually have a chance to see our Newcastle fans on a match day, spend time with them on a weekly basis. And you guys might watch this video and just think, oh, kind of what's the point of going to a 9-a-side match and watching them today? But honestly, these are people that have been quite disconnected from the club at times, not having the chance to go back up to Newcastle. So it's really important to promote them and obviously show them appreciation. I know firsthand that Amanda and the club will absolutely adore something like this. So we're going to go watch that 9-a-side match today. So pretty much the supporter groups in London, there's loads of European teams. So today Newcastle are playing AC Milan in 9-a-side. We're going to go along and watch them. Fingers crossed they can get the 3 points. Go on. Oh, it's 3-0 to Newcastle. They're absolutely destroying AC Milan now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, what a save that is. That guy's got a mint long shot. There's a couple of times he's done it this game. Oh, he's made a mistake. Oh, I didn't think that was a foul. Half time, Newcastle 3, AC Milan 0.
Guys, they're bypass, they're playing 4 in midfield, they're bypass on sometimes. We've only got 1 in the middle, they're just knocking it and playing the triangle around man in the middle, so we need to fill in. I'm just as bad for it, we need to fill in. It's a fitness game now.
Aye, it is. It's about how hard we can graft now. Yeah. And you've been doing it so well. Don't let it drop, because there's created chances, they've had a good few chances. It could have easily had a goal or two, but let's not let it drop, right, because it's not an easy game this.
Oh, should have finished it there.
Good side, time. Man on. Go on, follow in.
Oh, great.
Brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, look at this.
Go on.
Oh! What an unbelievable goal. That is 4-0, and I think now we could start to celebrate those 3 points.
That's a ball! Handball, Rick! Handball!
Great win there.
Absolutely class with it. Like, this is going to be one of the hardest man of the match balls for a while.
And just in regard to the supporters group, actually, because of course we've got quite a lot of Newcastle fans living in London. For anyone that's not part of the group or Newcastle fans down here that might not socialise with many other Newcastle fans, just how important is the supporters group for you to actually be able to go out there and just chat to people that love the club you love?
It's made a massive difference, like, 'cause it gives you something to do on the weekends and that. Like, we've got a pool, darts and a football team, and like today I wouldn't be here if it wasn't with the being the Dolphin, if it wasn't for the football team. A good result today, and that makes all the difference. I've really enjoyed it, so it makes a massive difference. If anyone's watching who fancies joining, like, get yourself doing any time.
Carabao Cup final versus Manchester United. Win or lose, we are on the booze. I'm currently in the box park now. I've got my ticket booked for Sunday morning. It's actually only open for Newcastle fans. As for what you need to get in here, you need a match ticket. You cannot come in here without a match ticket, so keep that in mind. As you can see, we've got all sorts of different cuisine all around the place. I really like it, by the way. We've got all sorts of different continental foods. There's something interesting to taste. I might have something shortly. As for my drink down here, because I'm actually recording this on the Monday when I went to Wembley, the drinks are half price here, so if you get a black card, you pay half price for the drinks. For 4 pints of card and gives us a tenner. Bear in mind it's London as well, an absolute bloody bargain that is for 4 pints, so I can't complain there. But for some reason though, when I went to order a pint, she said I couldn't get a pint, I could only get a jug. So I went, okay, I get a jug. And then she gives a plastic cup, so I'm thinking, why can I not pour the pint in the cup? I don't know, unless it's not a pint glass, I guess. I don't know what a pile of crap that is, but yeah, I got 4 pints here for £10, so I suppose at least that's alright. It's now time to show you my hotel room at MK Dons. I've got to quickly shut the door because it's 1 in the morning. I don't want to wake up any of you guests, so I'll tell you shortly actually about a horror story in Bournemouth about waking up guests, because trust me, I was fuming for my last overnight stay vlog. We shall begin off with the wardrobe here. Let's see what's inside. Nice mirror there. Hello. As for the rest of it, we've got a safe down there. That's really it. There's nothing else to notice about in there, so quickly shut it. Well, I attempt to shut the door, but I'm an absolute idiot and I can't shut the door. Christ, I've just woke up half the hotel. This was something you actually got for free when you checked into the hotel room. So I got 2 chocolate chip cookies. Personally for me, I don't eat them at all. So maybe for my 40,000 subscribers, especially if anyone wants this 2-day-old cookie, I mean, that's an offer you can't refuse, so keep that in mind. Down here we've got the fridge. This is always quite handy for the overnight stay vlogs. I haven't got anything in it, unfortunately, but normally you get your cans in there. Very handy, keeps them fresh. Just like in every hotel room, of course, you get your kettle, glasses of water, whatever you name it. As we head further down, that's what it's all about. Newcastle going to Wembley. I love this design, by the way, from the back page and marching on to Wembley. You can see all the players there. I mean, he's not marching on to Wembley, but everyone else says everyone's ready for that game. I was meant to have the Dan Burn one up here as well, but as you can see from the tape, all my field centre just gave on it, to be honest. So that one's down there. Never ever beat Dan Burn. Both of them are quite nice, the back page. And of course, you're watching this video, they're still in the back page to go buy yourself one if you want a flag for Wembley. We do the bed test check shortly, as always. That's an amazing TV, but it's a really, really big TV. So fair play for the hotel actually giving you a good TV. We head down, got a little desk there, table, a couple of chairs. Both of them are quite nice. I've tested them both out. That's a good chair. Again, I don't want to wake up the other guests. This chair's also nice. Got a little desk area there. You can see I've kind of kept myself occupied. And this here is what it's all about. The home of MK Dons. 32,000 fans. MK Dons currently towards the bottom of League One. Got quite a high chance of going down to League Two. I'll show you what it looks like during the day so you can get a better view of it. But for the actual balcony, I can't leave this area. I can't get out due to the fact that it's not separated. So if I get out of this door, I can quite literally walk around the entire stadium. So you're blocked off from it. You can't actually leave this area, which some people might think is a little bit misleading if you're going to book a room at MK Dons. But, I mean, for me, I could really care less. You can see the pitch fine from here. The stadium's really nice, by the way. A really nice stadium for MK Dons. They normally get around 8,000-9,000 average on a match day, which is good for League One standard, but it's still only about 30% full or so, and so it's still a massive problem for them. The pitch, however, looks horrible. I can see first time from here, the pitch is uneven. There's barely even any grass on areas of that pitch, so that's actually a massive concern for League One football. It's a terrible pitch. We don't realise how good the grounds are in Newcastle until you see our pitches. This one's awful. But the stadium itself is unreal. We head towards the bathroom now. That's the last area we need to check out. Bit of a bloody marathon walking to the bathroom. Again, nice mirror there. Hello. Always want to check the shower head. Looking clean. You can see they're quite generous with the shower supplies. Overall, the room is, as expected in the Hilton, pretty good. That's like saying Lionel Messi's a good football player. I've already know this stuff. It's kind of the same with Houghton Hotel. You always know you're going to get a good room. What's the time, Adam? I'll tell you the time. It's time for the bed test check. So just before I sit on the bed, I'm going to tell you about my awful experience in Bournemouth. So of course I did the overnight stay for Britannia Hotel, the worst hotel chain in the UK. Honestly, the room wasn't that bad. I upload the video. Then the first night after I upload the video, in the room next to me, bearing in mind the walls are paper thin, you can hear everything that's going on in the room next to me. At 1 morning, couple in there, they keep a PG in the channel, to start making love in the room next to me. It was uncomfortable to listen to, it was loud, it went on for hours. I'm just thinking to myself, what the actual F is going on in that room? Oh, I was so annoyed about it. It was just so obnoxious. It was just non-stop. It wouldn't stop. The girl was screaming. I kept, listen, between me and you, they were clapping at 2 in the morning. I'm pretty sure I'm not clapping their hands, so I wonder what's going on there. Oh, I didn't keep the PG, sorry. Okay, it's now time to sit in the bed. That was Bournemouth, that's in the past now. I'm in MK Dons Stadium, we won't be getting that behaviour down here. Not when I'm on watch, I'll be keeping an eye on things, making sure people don't get away with crap like that. So yeah, I'm going to sit in the bed now. It's a Hilton Hotel, so I'm pretty certain this is going to be an amazing experience. But I've already slept in this, to be honest, so I know what it's like. But for the sake of the camera, let's see what it's like. I mean, I'm sitting in a bit of an awkward part of the bed there, but it is unreal. The day I die, by the way, I want to be lowered down at my coffin of me just lying in a Hilton bed. One side of me, I've got my St. Maximin match-worn shirt. On my left side of me, I've got a picture of Sean Longstock, because, I mean, the guy's a legend, loves the channel. I still feel quite bad for banging his car last week. I don't know how I've managed to have done that, but I just banged his car and he started laughing at me, so yeah, didn't go too well on that occasion. Just like in every Doubletree Hilton Hotel, we have room service. Wow, let's check out how much does the food cost to be delivered to my room. Oh my god. Oh dear, it's not a great start, is it? Oh, £20 fish and chips. Nah. £20 margarita and chips. What are you on? Nah. That has to be a joke. This has to be like a piss take or something. And not only that as well, you've actually got to pay £5 for the tray charge to the room, so you're paying pretty much £5 to get it delivered to the room from downstairs. I'm only 2 floors up or something. Oh my god, I can't. Oh, got it. Oh, that's a knee slapper. Oh, Christ. No wonder nobody's coming to this ground in a match day. Holy Christ. As for the hotel itself, I have to say I've never ever seen anything like this before in a football stadium. It's highly ambitious to see the likes of MK Dons try and do something like this. The only time I've seen hotels and stadiums was on 2 occasions. One of them I stayed at, which was Norwich City. But the differences with that one is that the hotel at Norwich was actually separated because of an empty corner and the hotel was not connected to the ground. And the second time I've seen one was at Blackpool, where the hotel's in the corner of the stadium, but this one actually properly loops around the ground. In fact, at the other side of the stadium is a Marco Pierre restaurant which you can walk around to. Of course, for anyone that knows their chef knowledge, well, you know that Marco Pierre trained Gordon Ramsay, so quite literally is one of the best chefs in the world. So to have that in a football stadium again is mental. And as for the development of the area itself, the ownership's also heavily invested in the area. So there's actually a new Asda superstore just down towards the bottom of me. And the other side of me, there is a shopping centre with plenty of shops there. I see Next, I see Primark, all sorts. Next to it is an Odeon with plenty of restaurants there you can shop in. At the other side of the ground, I've already said there's a Marco Pierre restaurant. There's also a Papa John's. Both of them are literally inside the grounds. There's also a McDonald's and a KFC next to the ground, so I mean, you've just got everything here, haven't you? And for the inside of the hotel as well, it's actually connected to all areas of the stadium. So I've seen quite a few of the players actually go in and just walk around the hotel, which imagine that was Newcastle and just seeing the likes of Animal and St. Max just walk around your hotel room. It's mental. So yeah, I hope we play these one day in a cup game or something, because I'd love to come back to this hotel in Newcastle actually there, because of course the players will probably stay in that hotel. And there's all sorts of club history as well around the hotel rooms. There's plenty of Dele Alli in there. Of course, that's probably the best player that MK Dons have had in the last 10 years. I mean, we almost signed him last season as well on a loan deal, but thankfully we dodged the bullet because he's just completely lost it now, unfortunately. Really sad to see his career go down the pan, but I think it's kind of his fault, to be honest. But the hotel is amazing. It's probably more for corporate feel, I would say. I can't imagine this hotel was honestly made for the sake of the fans. I feel like there was a bit of corporate behind it. They want to get this in for, obviously, opposition teams want to get this in for people with a lot of money. It doesn't really feel like it's been made for MK Dons fans, to be honest, but I would recommend it if you've never been in before. I'm hoping Newcastle play here one day. One thing that I completely forgot to mention as well is that connected to the stadium of MK Dons is also the Marshall Arena. So this is a capacity of 5,000. You tend to have sports such as snooker and badminton in there. You can also have music in there as well. And speaking of those musicians, celebrities, whatever, they'll be staying in the hotel that's connected to the ground. The hotel rooms I've just been in, they'll be staying in those rooms for that competition. So it's fair to say the ownership are full of everything at this club. I kind of like it. I like all the developments that they've done. Whether that's had a positive effect on MK Dons as a football club or not is another question, but I think the actual development's really fascinating to see firsthand. And yes, Newcastle, I don't think we'll ever do crazy things like this, but we will, over the course of a few years, we'll completely transform areas around the ground. So I keep an eye on this sort of thing, but this is just mental to see from a football club. Just before I finish things off in this overnight stay vlog, I'm going to quickly address the ticket touts, because there's, I guess, a bit of a pleasant story to this actually. So I've seen some tickets that are available in the Newcastle end for £3,500. What? That's 50 times what I paid for my ticket, more or less in the exact same area as that £3,500 ticket. So it's been reported that Newcastle are actually trying to go on and find out who is trying to sell these tickets on the reselling pages so they can cancel the tickets of the people who are, of course, trying to con our Newcastle fans. And to be fair, I actually think that story is true, because my mate yesterday, who was in period 4, failed in the ballot, but he got contacted by the club yesterday morning, so the Monday morning, that he has actually got a ticket to Wembley. So even though the game's in a few days' time, people are still getting contacted now and again about a ticket being available for them. So I think it is a case where the club are actually cancelling tickets of resellers. I would still say I think the club should do a little bit more. It sounds like they're only cancelling tickets. I mean, for me, this should be a bit harsher. And I mean, people are clearly trying to con our fans. And let's be fair, if you're not going to the Carabao Cup final and you have a ticket, I mean, what kind of Newcastle fan would sell a lot of other people or just let someone else go? It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to finish things off there. A bit of a pleasant story there that my mate actually managed to get a ticket to Wembley last minute. So I think the club are generally cancelling people's tickets who are touting. But thank you guys for watching. If you want to see part 2 of the overnight stay vlog, make sure to let me know. And I will see you all in the next one.